I remember I must have been in 5th grade or something like that. My father and my family were driving to visit a cousin in Trenton, New Jersey, and there were all these freight cars bombed with graffiti. I commented on it. My dad picked up a book called Subway Art he brought home for me. I remember falling in love and being enamored with these full top-to-bottom cars done by Dondi, and seeing images of Futura, holding himself up, between cars. So that's how I got into it. I fell in love with it. And, graffiti as a medium is, probably one of the most co-opted art, phenomenons of the last, 30 or 40 years.
Getting Up is sort of a synthesis of 100% sort of urban culture, like getting the idea of what it is to be a graffiti artist with a fast and fun gameplay style.
Yeah, meet the city's new ad agents.
Getting Up is really about the birth of an artist. The birth of an artist and the evolution of an artist. You play a kid named Train growing up in the mean streets of New Radius. New Radius is like New York City, set maybe 15 minutes in the future. And this is the city where Train learns his art and his craft. And his art and craft is graffiti.
So you, as the character in the game, go through the evolution of what it's like to be a graffiti artist. So you'll start as a toy. You learn how to write your name in creative ways. You learn other types of graffiti, like you go from doing a throw-up on the wall to doing a burner to doing a mural, to learning about roll-ups with long roller sticks, to do wheat pastes and start doing posters and stencils and all these things that make you a legend.
So Marc was able to, not only get 60 graffiti artists in the game, 6 of them are actual, their likenesses are actually in the title, and we meet them throughout the course of the game. As Train's evolving as a graffiti artist, these legends sort of serve to train him on different skills and techniques that will help him improve his look. Marc Ecko lives in New York City, so obviously that was a big part of our influence. We spent a lot of time on research trips going to New York, really studying it, getting a lot of photographs. But in addition to New York, he was pushing some exotic locations, and one of them was Kowloon, China, and it's since been destroyed. But it was this ghetto of sorts that was tiered structures and very scary and creepy and almost like the unlivable conditions. In addition to that, we wanted to push the world to this vertical height. So we would take New York City and say, well, what if it was even, instead of 9 stories above for an elevated train, what if it was 20 stories above? So we're truly trying to push this verticality in the game.
One of the unique ways that we get around in Getting Up is this thing called buildering, which is a way that a graffiti artist might move up the side of a building, but I'm actually using the environment to my advantage. And it might be a combination of jumping or climbing or moving up the side of a chain link fence to get to a pole that I could shimmy across. These are the ways that the player uses his environment to navigate through in Getting Up.
I just wanted a composite character that just was not typical. How would an action hero look like? Does he have to be hulking? Does he, especially urban, an urban action hero, does he need to have wide leg pants and big shoes? I wanted somebody who was scrawny, that was kind of like the everyman. Is he black? Is he white? Is he Latino? Is he Asian? It's kind of the point of trying to come to this character that, broke with conventional wisdom.
One of our voices that I think will steal the show is Andy Dick as the voice of the Vandal Squad boss, Aunt Beth. Talib Kweli, as you know, is Train.
Vandal Squad! Surprise, surprise!
Ain't y'all got some donuts to chase down or something?
And has lent an authenticity and a feel to that character, and he has really nailed the character of Train.
We approach the music in the game as if it were a film score, picking the right music to suit the right mood at the right time. We have hip-hop artist RJD2, who's been creating music for us, and interactive music at that, and that the player will have a certain ambient track that will happen in a situation, whether it's a sneak mode or a graffiti piece. And once you then get into another situation, you might be victorious because you've put up some graffiti, or you might get caught by a rival crew and start a fight. The music will interactively shift to then suit the mood of that moment. To a graffiti artist, their lifeblood is a black book. This is where they keep their notes, their sketches, all the ideas that they have for the different graffiti that they can do. They practice writing their name to come up with more style. And we have a black book that looks very similar to that in Getting Up. So as the player, unlocks new types of graffiti and learns new styles and discipline. They all get collected sort of as this inventory system in the Black Book. One of the good things about working with Marc Ecko is that he's an outsider. He was able to come in and look at the video game industry and say, you know, there's different ways of doing things. And we specifically worked with him to not be cliche. In fact, that's what we said. If it's cliche, throw it away. I
think when people get their hands on this game and start playing it, the thing that's really going to stick out is the vision, the fact that we're creating a world that's, you know, true to Marc's vision, and it's true to a vision of graffiti as an art form in a way that's never been seen before.
I hope the gaming community looks at what we've done and they see something special. I mean, it's an experiment. We worked with someone outside the industry that really had a passion for games but no experience making them. And at the end of the day, we came up with something unique.
I hope what people will say about this game is they haven't seen anything like it before. That was certainly my intent. And my hopes in doing that is that hopefully more outsiders, more guys that don't know code, are in fact invited to the dance.